Hey y'all, this is Cindy. I'm the Tireless Tangler, and today is day 25, a fourth of the way through our 100 Days of Zentangle project, the 100 Day Project 2019. Today's beautiful pattern is called Batumber. You guys may be familiar with this. It's fairly well known. It's by CZT Kelley Kelly, and this is basically what half of it looks like. Imagine the other side filled in. It's fairly easy to draw. This is going to be one of those that I'm going to show you my alternate way to draw this. But first, on this other side, ignore this. It's just my... Okay. So in the step out, it starts with a wavy line. Then you aura. Okay. The next step is to draw, oops, two parallel straight lines, and we're just going to pretend that that was straight. Then turning it over to mirror the waves that you have on the top. And then aura-ing that. Yes. Then you start with teardrop shapes in the center. And if you can, try to make that touch your upper line. Then you're going to go through and fill these in sort of like petals on a flower. And again, trying to touch the top as you go. Then in the step out, she has the little blanks filled with perfs, orbs, pearls, whatever. And then the black spaces are inked, or the blank spaces are inked. So like that, basically. Now what I want to do is show you guys the way that I sort of modified this for me. I had issues getting my curves on each side to mirror correctly, and I had trouble getting them to look fairly consistent. So I sort of changed things up a little bit for the way that I want to do it, and I'm going to show you how I did that, and then you can choose whatever way is going to work best for you. I started with my middle lines. Then, instead of drawing these in this manner, I turned my paper vertically and did my sides in this fashion. I found drawing them in that way was a little bit easier for me. And then of course, depending on your handedness, whether you're a lefty or a righty, you can do this in whichever. The key to this is being able to see where your pen is going on each side. And then simply finish with your auras. This way you're pulling your pen towards you, making the lines a little steadier for me anyway, she says as she gets out of control. But that's basically how I set it up for me. And I get smoother lines and a little bit more consistency there. Now, going back to this side, example-wise, you can make your little petal shapes in the middle as large or as small as you like. In the step out, they were bigger, more consistent with this version. I found that when I made them skinnier like this, it was an interesting look, more like a mum or something like that. A mum is kind of flower for those of you who aren't aware. So this is cool. And I've always liked this pattern, but I've always struggled with the way that it's set up, and so I think I'm a little bit happier with the way that I found to do this for myself. And we're going to put it in the pattern just like that, and we will be done for 1/4 of our journey. Batumber, where shall we put you? Well, let's just go here. So starting with my inner auras. And I think I'm going to switch to my 01, as I was using the PN, which is a little bit bigger nib size. Okay. So I'm going to go straight through here. And then I'm going to, I think I will make these really big. And so really I'm just going to get one good size one in here, but that's okay. So R-ring, ooh, I outsmarted myself. This was not very well thought out. Okay, so I'm going to put fat flower shapes in here. Trying to remember to touch each time. Okay, and I'm going to add my little perfs. And black in the area that isn't filled. Okay, and then we're going to do, let's see, alright, let's turn this around and do the other side. Okay. Now, what else do I want to do? I'm really itching to do this. And since I'm itching for it, I'm just gonna do it. Ooh, I like that better. But then I'm sort of flower crazy. All right, now the question, what to do with the negative space? Let's see. I think I'm just going to fill this in with tipple. Okay. I am determined to draw in those spaces, aren't I? But as I remind everyone all the time, once you finish it, no one is going to notice the little imperfections that you see yourself. We are our own worst critics, for sure. Something I am working on. Okay, I kind of like that. Let's do some shading, see what we end up with. All right. Okay. First, I am going to, well, let's see. First, I'm going to shade this area where it goes under. By the way, you may have noticed that I went through here with a black colored pencil and darkened some of these areas where we had been. All right, now once I do that, then I'm going to want to shade the tipple areas so that it brings more emphasis to the pattern. And I think I'm going to put a little graphite right in the center of where my little petal shapes are coming from. Let's see how that looks. So, okay, I do not hate that. I kind of like it. Now in the end, I will probably again go through, do another shading run, darken these areas, and I may give a little definition to some of these orbs, lift some of the graphite off, maybe do a highlight here and there. But I want the main emphasis to be the pattern, so we're going to sort of shade that way, and it looks pretty good to me. So we are going to wrap up today, and I hope that I will see all of you tomorrow for day 26 of the 100 Days of Zentangle. Thank you all so much for being a part of this, and I will see you tomorrow.